Hello, everyone. This is the Gucci Slide Podcast, Episode 1. I have Mr. Head Potato and Mr. Kanye South. How are you doing, guys?
Fantastic. I have this little bitch next to me called Link that keeps annoying me. How are you?
I, you know, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling kind of fresh, kind of clean, and I'm ready. I'm ready to talk.
Ready to speak.
Ready to speak.
I like how you guys are so gentleman-like, and I'm like, I have this little bitch next to me.
Yeah, it's the dynamic.
Yeah, it's Episode 1, Jacob. Come on.
Yeah, we
I
have
have
to
a little respect.
we have to set up the character dynamic of like I'm the one with the bad mic, Gio's the normal one, and Jacob just is unfiltered.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Gucci
It
Slides,
just
if it
works.
gets taken down, it's because it's gonna be from me not being filtered. Okay,
Right.
let's start this shit out. Okay, you want to explain? Gio, you want to explain why it's called Gucci Slides?
Okay, so we want to go like one at a time with our stories because we have different perspectives, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Okay,
is true.
so I'll go first. So it's us three. We made in middle school Google slide presentation, and it was filled with a bunch of memes, right? Some they were really bad, but it was fun. So our study hall would consist of putting more memes on this Gucci slide presentation.
Yes,
So
we would literally look up memes on
yeah,
Google
on
Images
Google, and then
and
find
add them.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's where all the good memes come from. Google Images.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Google Images. Yeah.
Google Images is where you have to find it
Yeah,
because
type
it's not
in-
like we could look on like Twitter, So we had
No,
to look.
why would we do that?
No,
He ain't make loving it anymore.
Yeah,
no.
we would really look up Thanos funny memes.
Yes,
2019, something
Sesame
like that.
Street
Yeah,
meme,
yeah.
where it's like Ernie commits genocide type meme.
Oh yeah.
Those were
Sesame
great.
Street captions, they're so good. That's classic.
Those are like genuinely good.
Yeah. That was like the only good thing that came out of Gucci slides.
Yeah, Vsauce funny.
Vsauce funny, Bill Cosby funny,
Yep.
Okay.
Doki Doki funny.
What happened?
Okay, yeah.
What happened after all this
Okay,
shitty memes?
so one day we're in one of our teachers' classes, and I decide to be like, you know what, my brother, or what should I call him?
James
Jamal.
Jamal.
My brother Jamal. I was like, you know what, I should send this presentation full of memes that would probably get us like kicked out and arrested, and like I should just send it to him right in the middle of class. So I sent it to him. I'm like, bro, Jamal, you gotta look at this, bro. And he's like,
Yeah.
all right, okay,
Like this is
So-
funny. Check this out.
yeah. So he opens it, and then my man, he's dying. He's dying.
The issue
he
is he's dying a little too hard.
he's vocally, he's laughing like LOL, laughing out loud,
Yeah.
like literally. And the teacher comes up and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, nothing." And he's like, Go back to the presentation, right?" So he goes back to it, and she starts sliding, and she sees two memes. One of them is the Bill Cosby grape meme without the G, and Vsauce with a water gun with under it, "Don't come to school tomorrow." During Parkland,
Yeah.
might I add.
Yeah.
So this was the
This
worst
was
time
bad timing.
to have a school shooting joke in in a presentation. So
I want to keep in
That's what I
mind we
do.
went to a Christian middle school.
yeah. So anything like remotely that isn't Christian like is
Yeah.
basically
And
Satan's work.
anything that might be a little bit suspicious,
Yeah.
like, ooh,
That's
that's
the devil.
yeah, something's going on there for sure.
It was not a fun time. That was
That meme was like immediately seen as like a threat.
yeah.
That was
So-
not acceptable.
That's my story. That's how Gucci slides came to. I know you guys have different sides of the story,
Yeah.
so I don't know who wants to share their side of the story.
I guess I will speak. So, if I remember correctly, it was under my account, I think. I was definitely very involved in it, but the issue was, all of us shared it, but we had to get rid of everything real fast.
Yes.
I
So
remember that.
As soon as Jamal is laughing at it, I am going in and I am deleting slide by slide everything on it, except for a couple that were pretty okay, right? So there was at least something on the PowerPoint, because if there was nothing on the PowerPoint, they would be like, oh, well, you deleted everything. So I kept a couple things, but I deleted dozens of slides worth of stuff, right?
Thanos.
That was
funny.
there was a month's build up like into that
Yes.
slideshow.
Yeah,
And then-
that was.
then- Yeah. And then
Terrifying.
minutes. It took minutes for me to just clear everything out, but it felt like an eternity. It felt like I was really, really about to, everything was going to be over.
Your dream before dream. You
Exactly,
sped ran
exactly.
deleting
I
images.
absolutely did a PowerPoint speed run right there.
Yeah.
They should give you a
I
world
kept-
record.
Yeah, I know.
it must have been, because it was near the end of study hall, I remember. And I had to clear everything out before the period was over, because I knew that they were going to talk to us afterward, right? So I'm like, this has to be gone. And my fingers were moving a mile a minute. I was like shaking and stuff. It was intense, but I got it done. And they never really thought to be like, oh, well, we can go into the history of the slideshow. We can.
That's what I never
They-
got. Like they literally
they
could have
never
went.
figured that out.
Because they had
They-
the power.
They never did, though. They were like, oh, well, there's nothing really here.
boomer.
I thought there was more here. And, they were a little suspicious of it. They were like, oh, well, I don't know what happened. I thought there was more here, but I
No,
guess
they've
we have to
gone.
let you off the
Yeah.
hook.
So
And that was how I pulled the quick switcheroo on them and saved our college careers at that.
yeah, just our career in general.
Yeah. That
It
could
was
have
so
been
bad.
rough.
Okay, so we're gonna tell from my perspective.
Yeah,
Yes.
please do.
Okay, so we're gonna start this off. Okay, so we all sat in the same table during study hall, and so
Mhm.
we come up with this idea to make this little Google Slides called Gucci Slides.
We do a
and-
little trolling.
We put a little things here, but what they forgot to leave out was these two heinous children were the ones posting the worst memes on there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't deny
yeah.
that.
I post like the worst memes, but they were like the memes that stayed when they checked the PowerPoint.
Yeah,
Mhm.
your memes were there.
Yeah, those were the acceptable ones.
Because they were like stupid memes, like they were just super unfunny. I remember it because like I thought because I remember we did it every study hall and then I stopped doing it for a little bit. And
yeah,
then
you had your break.
He had a moment of clarity.
Yeah.
And then you sent the slides to Jamal and then like that shit came crashing right back down.
Like real quick. It took a class period for everything to fall apart.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that you're more like in a perspective view. You weren't like in it. You're just like, oh, I might be in trouble.
Because
Yeah.
I remember doing it early on, but then I left. And then once I heard about it again, there was like tens of there was like 40 more slides than what I remembered
Yeah,
there being
yeah.
on there. And then because we get caught in the mix because I'm also in the group, and I remember they sent us up to the principal's office. That shit was
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. But the funny thing was, I was shadowing a school that day, so I got out of being talked to by the principal. It was so.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
oh my
escaped.
gosh, thank you so much.
It wasn't nothing serious though. They were like, "When did you do
Yeah.
this? And what did you do it on?" And it was
Yeah.
just like,
I remember having to speak for you. I was like, I know that me and Jack, we don't have any ill intent here, and and I know that he doesn't either. It's like I remember you weren't there, and he was like, well, does he have anything to do with it? Was he like, does he have any ill intent here? Because they still saw some of the memes as like, this could be a threat, this could be bad. And I was like, oh, no, he's fine. He didn't even post any of these.
Yeah, we just sent it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just sending it to Jamal it was the downfall, but
It was a great idea.
he experienced it for the 10 seconds.
It was the downfall, but it was a quick save. Nothing really came of it.
And then I
when
remember
I think about it,
I remember they had a group, like they had all four of us like in a meeting together, and
Yeah.
they're like, high schools won't accept this, and I'm like, after like 4 years of high school, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could post these memes onto the wall and nothing would have happened to me.
I could print these out and put them in the study center, and someone would be like, well, that's not nice.
Literally,
No.
the high schools wouldn't give two dams about it.
No.
They don't. Yeah. Yeah, I thought, I was like, my career's over. Like, I remember I sent that in jet. Like, the teacher is looking through. I'm like, my career's like,
oh no,
I'm going to jail. Basically, I'm like, what? I
just
guess I'm
going
eating
to jail
prison food
tonight.
the rest of my life.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Because this was right after that one kid who used to go there, like, threatened somebody, right?
Oh yeah, I
was it?
do remember that. Oh, fuck, what was his name?
We're gonna call him Carl.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
He went to the high school I go to, but then he got kicked out of there too. So he's pretty cool for other reasons. But yeah, he made some kind of like school shooter threat at one point, and
this is Parkland
that
High.
was very close to when we had that slideshow, and that was really bad timing because they had just.
That's when our teacher mentioned, like, oh yeah, this kid also got arrested, and I don't want you guys to get end up like him.
Yeah, and it was like an alumni from like the right previous year.
Yeah.
It was like this guy had just left, and now this class too is having issues.
Mans was on a news article.
Yeah, so they're even more suspicious of everything. They're like, oh well, before we wouldn't have been this worried, but then this kid who just left did something crazy, so we have to keep an eye on you guys. And we're like, oh man, we promise we're not like that yet. It was wild.
And you know what I find the most bullshit about like the private school was that the test we took, like the end of the year test they made us take.
Oh yeah.
None of that got recorded. Me going into going to my public high school, like none of that test mattered. They went off my 5th grade test.
Let's go.
Because I went to a private school.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's something.
So my freshman year, I had all like intensive classes because they went off my 5th grade scores. So that was great. And then the very next year, I had all honors. Fucking, this is the dumbest shit.
Man. Big turnaround there.
Like, man, according to your 5th grade transcript, you're kind of retarded.
There's something wrong here. This isn't what most 8th graders take.
Yeah.
They're like, we know. They're like, we know you have autism, but based on these test scores, are they in the high score? You're like, you're in the high score level of autism.
Yeah, I thought
right
autistic people were supposed to be smart. Bro, that's so bad.
Yeah, man,
that's a rip. I had only advanced classes. I didn't want to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
In my freshman year, I really went low during my freshman year.
I wasn't going too crazy in my freshman year, but then last year I had like 3 AP classes and everything else was honors, and I was like killing myself at school.
Oh, I just had honors.
Yeah, with freshman
I just have
year,
all honors
it was pretty chill. I wish I had all honors. I only have 2 AP classes this year, but last year I took AP US, AP Language, and AP Bio, which do not take AP Bio junior year. Is just a good rule to have.
Don't.
If you're going to take it senior year, because I was one of 2 juniors in that class, and we were not ready. The seniors weren't ready, so we especially weren't. That was something.
Wait, does your school make you take 4 years of science?
I think it's just three.
Yeah, because it's just
But
three.
it might be four, but I think it's just three.
Ours is 4 for our
I
school.
need to check. I think it might be four.
See,
I know it's four for math and English, for sure.
For
and
me,
history.
it was just three for my school, but they gave me anatomy and physiology. And if you ever like want the feeling of just killing yourself every single day, you take anatomy and physiology. That class
Hey, I
is
did that last year.
I took that. I took that in 10th grade,
That
and it was just all memorization. It was
I
just
know.
like memorize every bone in the human body, and I'm like, holy crap!
That's what it is.
Yeah, memorize every bone, muscle, and nerve in the human body. Good luck.
If it's inside you, memorize it.
Memorize it. That's kind of what AP Bio is like, but then also with like the just add on the concepts of like chemistry stuff, because
Okay.
chemistry isn't a lot of memorization, it's a lot of like concept work.
Yeah.
AP Bio is both. AP Bio is a bunch of like crazy like molecular crazy confusing stuff, and you have to memorize everything, so it's just like there's no way to win in AP Bio.
I got it my
That's terrible.
senior year. Really makes you just want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get through, man.
Honestly.
I'm vibing at the moment.
What kind of
I'm
math
taking- I'm
classes
literally-
you guys got?
I'm in pre-calculus honors. 'Cause
Same,
I'm like
same.
a year. Yeah.
I'm in math for college readiness.
Dude,
Nice.
college readiness
it's
is
so
the easy.
Bro,
Easy.
it's like
Nice.
arithmetic.
I wish I
It's
took
so
that.
easy, bro.
My
I was
we
in math analysis for like the first half of the first quarter, and then my teacher left, and I'm like, I don't want to do this class no more. It's very difficult. Can I go to
Mhm.
math for
yeah.
college readiness with my favorite teacher, who I've now had him for 3 years straight? Because I had him for geometry, I had him for algebra 2. I'm now having him for math and college readiness. So
That's
I don't-
great.
he's a goat, bro. He's so awesome.
I was
Yeah,
talking
a bunch of
I was talking to my college like my math teacher about college readiness, and he's like, you literally can't fail the class. It's harder to fail the class than it is to actually pass the
to
damn class.
pass it. You have to try to fail.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too easy.
A bunch of my friends are taking like AP calculus, and I'm like, y'all, why? Like,
Yeah,
just
Just
don't.
don't. Yeah.
Don't.
Just don't. Simply choose not to. My brother took AP calculus and stats in the same year, and I don't understand.
You
Like
just don't.
he went into architecture, so there's a lot of math in that, but still, I'm like, I wouldn't have done that.
You don't have to take 2 basically math classes.
He took he had 5 math credits by the time he graduated.
God,
That's like-
Jesus.
Like man,
Overachiever.
yeah, man was a huge overachiever in high school.
Dude.
In college,
fucking
he's
fuck
just
that.
grinding out architecture projects. He's just like, oh, I've got 2 more projects due this week, and I've been up till 4 o'clock every night. I'm like, George, why'd you do this?
Do you think he's actually could be in architecture? Because
I
like
think so.
because like
'cause I
most
mean-
people who go like architect like don't actually become like architects.
Yeah,
They like do
I don't
something
know.
totally different.
Yeah, I hope he does, because he's like really putting in the
into it.
effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really into it, and he's really putting in the effort. So I hope he stays in it.
Because yeah.
What do you
And he
guys
does
plan
something.
on doing for college? Like, you guys got any plans?
I'm planning on going into nursing,
Okay.
because hard as it was, I genuinely enjoyed like learning about the human body and biology and stuff. Like, that's what I like. It's just difficult, So I do want to go into that.
I'm also going in for nursing, so that's cool.
Nice.
Oh, I'm not
So-
doing nursing.
What are you
I'm,
doing?
I'm trying to go into sports management. Like I kind of
Oh.
want to like do stuff with teams.
Oh,
Like, I
I
don't know
got
what
you, got you.
specifically. I might do something with medicine, or it's
Yeah.
like, hey, maybe I can do like all the stats crap or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Jamal is going into sports medicine.
yes,
I was about to
like,
say that.
I'm,
You could do sports medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm interning our basketball team,
Ooh,
and like I'm just tracking
ooh.
all the stats and whatnot.
that's
So
cute.
and apparently, they're gonna give me like some surprise at the end of my
Oh.
internship.
They're gonna.
So, but everyone there, like all the coaches, they're pretty epic.
That's great.
So yeah, I'm having a fun time doing it.
Nice.
And all the players, I know some of the players, but they're all chill with me. So cool, fun time.
So, do we have any any interesting stories to tell?
Oh,
Of recent?
of
During
Recent
our
recent.
times?
3-year absence.
I feel like we should go recent now because we did the whole origin,
Okay.
I have some from like freshman year that are pretty good.
Yeah, during our 3-year absence together.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's
yes.
happened?
I
During
got
our 3-year absence.
I got a good one.
Many things.
Okay,
Oh,
so
go for it.
okay, for everybody at Summerlin that's listening to this, you know the damn story. Okay, it was first period, and this dude has been trying to get with this girl, and he's like never gotten with her because she's dating someone else, and so he hands her like my friend a note saying give it to this girl in like 5 minutes, and he goes to the bathroom. So she
This is
opens,
kindergarten.
and then she yeah, it's a kindergarten, but she opens the note and then says and then yells out the kid's name, and they run into the bathroom, and the kid is literally hanging by his belt in the bathroom.
Bro, what?
Ooh.
He wasn't dead, but he was purple in the face,
Oh my lord.
and
That's
they had to cut him down.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
that's
crazy.
crazy. Surprisingly enough, that's familiar. I think we all know the story at
Middle
our
school,
middle school.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh man. Yeah. With what should we call him?
Joseph. Joestar.
Okay. Our acquaintance, Joseph Joestar, was rather sad, rather depressed. And who was it that found him? Do we remember?
No
Wasn't
idea.
me.
No
It
idea.
wasn't
wasn't
me.
me.
I know it wasn't me. But in the school bathroom, very similar story. School bathroom, belt around his neck, hanging off of a bathroom stall, and somebody found him and convinced him to stop and like got him down. But I mean that again, it was a close call. Like
Yeah.
he was mid dangle while he got interrupted. It's not like he was thinking about it. He was there.
Yeah, in a
So-
Christian school, by the way.
In a Christian school's men's bathroom. I mean, it was
So bad.
that, and this wasn't even 8th grade. Like this was like
Seventh grade. I know.
The kid
So
was
fucking
like
targeted.
13, maybe 12 when this happened. It was rough. It was a rough time.
He's an interesting guy, Mr. Joestar.
Yeah, I remember I went to Circus Olay with 2 of my friends, and we were driving.
He came?
Right.
We're in
we
the boys'
were-
bathroom, and we came. Let's go.
we came. We were coming back from Cirque du Soleil in one of their mom's cars, right? All 3 of us chilling in the back seat.
Oh man.
And one of them, I'll call her Matilda, was texting Mr. Joestar. And he was, again, basically on the cliff. He was talking about it, and he's like, oh, I'm really thinking about it, really, having a bad time and all this. And he's saying, like, maybe tonight's the night kind of stuff.
Oh, no.
And we're just chilling in the back seat of her mom's, like, Kia Soul. And we're contemplating our friend's life in the back seat. And we're like, okay, we're calling the suicide hotline. And that's how I called the suicide hotline when I was 12 years old.
Let's
So
go.
that was pretty crazy. That was back when I really only used my phone to like call my parents. And then new number added to my call log, the suicide hotline. So yeah, we had to call for him, not for either of us. And I mean that should not be happening in 7th grade.
Yeah, when you're 12 years old.
Yeah, when you were literally 12 and you just had a good time watching the Cirque du Soleil performance and you're on your way back home.
Yeah, when your
And then
voice
all
is
of a
like,
sudden-
Oh god.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you have to contemplate your own morality and your own mortality, I mean. And you're like, wow, that was a long night, let me tell you. So yeah,
sounds
this
like a lot
kid,
of work, bro.
It
He's an
was.
interesting character.
yeah,
So.
it was, yeah. there's plenty of interesting stories. I think he will be a regularly occurring character on this podcast.
Yes.
I don't think we should tell all the stories at once. I think we need to spread them
we
out
definitely do.
because
Yeah.
we
He should be a
have
special
dozens
segment.
each.
I
Yeah.
know, it's so bad.
Every week there will be the Joseph Joestar segment
Yeah.
because I mean
That's
there's
so-
always something else to say.
Yeah. He's a man. Bro. Not a man. Just he's a character.
I just want to
Yeah.
say we haven't talked to him. I haven't talked to him in like 4 years, so there's a good chance that he could actually be dead. So
He could be.
He could be, but we don't know.
I think he's still around. I think I've
Yeah,
heard somebody
yeah.
I know mention him.
There's also another
But-
good story recently
Oh,
about him, but I don't. That's like not another time because it's
Yeah,
too good. It's too
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's too
Let's
good.
save that for next week.
It's too good. And that was man. Who
So,
told me
so
that story?
I don't know. It
But
seems
it
like
was really
random people always hear the stories.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
somebody
yeah,
will start telling me about him, and I'm like, how do you even know this kid? And they're like,
He's a-
well, you know, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Like he gets around. He knows a lot of people. Just none of them are big fans of him. You know, he's
He's
more
known for the
infamous
wrong
than he is
reasons.
popular.
honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we ever know what high school he went to, or
He goes to your cousin's high school, right?
I don't remember where he went.
I think he does.
oh, I think I know
Yeah.
where high school you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah. That is where he ended up.
that
Okay.
seems like the type of people that would go to that high school.
Yeah. I haven't talked to him since 9th grade year, which has been nice, you know. But
Yeah.
every now and then I'll hear a fun little story. So we have plenty to say about him.
Yeah, he's like a
But-
myth. He's like
Yeah.
it's so odd. Like hearing stories from people like, oh man, this is like
Yeah.
he hasn't changed at all.
Yeah. When you do finally see him after years, you kind of forget that he's actually a real person, and you're like, oh my gosh.
He's
It's
a
the
living
guy
legend
who-
at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, man,
It's
I
like
have
you're like,
that's pretty from
oh my
stories.
gosh, it's the guy who did everything he shouldn't have, you know? It's like seeing a celebrity, but they're famous for being a criminal instead of being like a singer, you know?
Oh,
God.
like O.J.
It's like
Simpson?
seeing Ted Bundy in a Walmart. You're like, what? It's bizarre.
It's like, bro, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Bro, what are you doing? It's like running into EDP at a cupcake shop, you know?
My man. And he's like, you're at a cupcake store,
Yeah.
and like he's there, and you're like, oh.
Girl Scout cupcakes.
It is bizarre. Yeah. The Girl Scout cupcakes.
Have you seen his
So-
new video? Oh, my bad.
Oh no, I have.
yeah,
Go-
of him just like, I'm
Eating a
back,
cupcake.
and eating a cupcake. It's so good.
God.
staring into the camera eating a cupcake.
Oh.
He really didn't try to refute anything. He was just like, yeah, you know,
Yeah, shit
I might
happens.
not-
Shit happens.
I might not be the best guy, but this cupcake's good.
Yeah, mine is cool.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Oh
But,
god.
405. And I used to
Um,
religiously watch that guy. Like he
Oh
was
yeah,
so cool.
yeah.
He was so funny.
He was so funny.
And then like
you know?
that happened, you're like, oh.
and you're like, oh,
oh.
yeah, it happens.
it happens.
Okay.
So
Back to our middle school.
yes,
Remember, let me change his name. Well, you remember, we'll change his name to, like, fucking, what's a good name to change his name to? We'll name him Tim. Remember,
And
Tim had, same as me, autism, but just on a very, high
A different
scale.
higher
level.
scale, yes.
yeah, a different level.
He went to the same high school as me. Okay, there's a couple interesting stories with him. Like, kids would, like, bully him. Not, like, physically, but,
Oh
like,
yeah,
just make fun of what he would do. Like, he will, like, start dabbing, and people would be like, go Tim, go Tim.
go Tim. Yeah,
It was the worst. And then one day, my friend was at lunch, and he was watching a video that he got sent on Instagram, and it was the Johnny meme, but instead it goes like, "Where'd you take all my beans? Where are my beans?" And then it says the N word at the end.
yeah.
And Tim repeated that shit every single day, everywhere. Like
Yeah,
everywhere,
well,
he repeated
that
that shit.
became a regular occurrence.
Like every time we will see him, he'll be saying that shit.
Man,
Like he's saying, like he's saying the N word just everywhere.
What a guy.
Oh my lord.
Mr. Tim.
It gets better.
Oh, yeah.
It gets better. So he's homeschooled now, which thank God. Like he's the autistic stereotype. Like they're very weird, but he's like
Like to
incredible.
a T.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's incredibly intelligent. Like every single class he was in, he had straight A's.
Bro.
Yeah.
And
He's a-
then, okay, so his cousin now goes to my school now, and he's a freshman. And he's not autistic, but so the thing he told us, what he told us was, he's actually banned from going to family things because he can't stop saying it.
Bruh.
yeah. That was bound to happen, really.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna make some folks uncomfortable doing that.
Yeah.
That is-
Especially if he has a mixed.
yeah, if he has any relatives
Oh
that
Family.
are
God.
of a different ethnicity,
It's not going to end up well.
it's gonna end very badly.
I highly doubt it though. That man's white as white could come.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Same with the person we were talking about earlier. I've seen snow darker than
Oh
that
my
motherfucker.
gosh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Joseph.
Joseph.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's pretty. Like, I don't know how.
We need to make a
Crazy.
list of what people we change the name of people to. It's like
Yeah,
we-
we need to have like a code list, you know,
Yeah.
so we know who's who, because we're like, wait, who's Joseph Joestar? You know?
You're like, oh yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
know
yeah, yeah.
Tim. I know
I know
like,
Tim.
how you talk, like, descriptions of them
Yeah.
when you
Right.
say your name. You're like, oh, okay, all right. So
Yeah,
okay,
the pasty emo Joseph Joestar.
you're like, oh, okay, all right.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Or the highly intelligent, highly autistic Timmy.
Timmy.
You're like, oh, okay, all right.
yeah.
I got you.
So, concerning recent stories, Mr. Head Potato.
Yeah.
Did something happen to catch on fire?
Oh
in your
yeah.
school?
So some bitch. I don't know her name. I put a plain and simple. Fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As a devious lick lit a
Yes.
soap dispenser on fire, and I'm gonna keep in mind soap is flammable. Like
It has a high alcohol content, so
Yep.
it's very flammable.
It
And-
do be flaming.
And let me tell you, it burned.
threw that shit in a trash can and burned the fucking bathroom. They literally had fucking firemen there. Fucking
Oh,
everybody
Lord.
was outside of the
Yeah.
damn school. Except for I go to a detached part of the school. It's like the military part. Like there's the main school and then there's a military school. So we stayed in class, by the way. This is the bullshit.
You actually ran into the bathroom.
Yes, you put
That's
out.
part of your training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Uh,
actually staged.
I'm gonna be a nurse, but I'm learning to take out fires. Watch out, bitch.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody walks into the ER on fire, you know?
Yeah, just in case.
Like
yeah.
currently on fire.
They just
It-
come
yeah, it
screaming
could
in.
No
happen.
one wants to try to put them out. They're just.
Oh man.
It's so bad.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I saw the picture posted on somebody's story, and it's just the blackest of black, just tar all over the wall, just as burnt as a wall can be, because the wall itself is white, right? And you can see the outline of the soap dispenser where it isn't black, you know, because it goes black up and black down, then there's just like this oval in the middle that's clean,
Yeah.
because everything else around it was just lit up, and there's just this pile of like black mush on the ground because
Yeah.
the plastic soap dispenser has like melted and congealed. It
Oh, by
was
the way,
just
the story gets better too. There's more.
the
on to it.
nastiest lick, the absolute nastiest lick.
Okay, this is what happened. While that was going on, there's two other people from the military part of the school. While this was going down, they took this opportunity to try to steal a stop sign.
My man.
I have not heard of this.
They got caught before they could take it down, and they got
Oh, that's
kicked
a
out of
shame.
school. I really
Oh,
wish they
lick on
did,
lick.
though.
Oh my gosh.
You got licked on lick.
They're like, oh wow, while the school's on fire, let's steal a
That
stop
sign's
sign.
looking mighty fine.
Here's the
That stop
events.
sign about to make me act up.
Here's the events. Wednesday, we had heightened security because someone threatened the school on Wednesday. Then on
Well, of course.
Then on Friday, this shit goes down.
The school is on fire, and a stop sign is
But-
in threat of being stolen.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
goodness.
Only at your school.
Yeah. Only there, man.
Dude, this is what happens when you go to a ghetto school.
Yeah.
Transfer. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah,
Transfer.
it seems like it's a pretty lively environment. I can say that.
Dude, this is for a big game. They're lighting shit on fire.
Yeah. It's hype.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
guys,
you do that in your high school too. You just light the bathrooms on fire for a big game.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
It's like, why do you need like a pep rally for a big game when you can have a fire rally where you just light
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
on fire? Yeah,
We just
I
get a
think that's
new
better.
dispenser every time.
yeah. Just light that bad boy up. Man,
Okay.
that is something. Do you have any recent stories, Mr.
I do.
Mr. Man?
I do.
Mr. Man.
Mr. Man. So this is our sophomore year, right? I actually have
Mhm.
2 stories. They're really good. I'm gonna go to sophomore first.
Bigger
My
than
sophomore
hanging
year-
yourself in the bathroom. Good.
No, it's
Nothing
it's
is better
pretty
than
good.
that.
It's pretty good. So this is guy. I don't know who would name him. It's
This
not
fella.
This fella.
Do
His
we know him?
description is you would not know him.
Okay.
Okay.
He's really good at baseball.
Okay. Oh.
That's
and
his
he had
description.
He had this bleached like mohawk, but he had like curly hair, so
Mhm.
it looked just very weird. So that's this guy. So Mr. Curly Blonde Mohawk guy.
Yes.
He
We'll
was in
call
my-
him.
He was in my
What should
PE
we call
class.
him?
I'm calling him blonde curly hair guy because
Okay, just
He's a
his
one-time
full
story guy.
government name. Yeah.
yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
roll definitely. So he's in my PE class, right? So one day he doesn't show up. We're like, oh, what happened? We look outside. We see him in handcuffs, like put in the
Oh.
in the cop car,
Oh no.
and we come to find out that he blackmailed this 13-year-old girl off her
Oh.
nudes
Oh
for
no.
$100. He got it. And then
God.
he's like, hey, you got to give me $100 more, or I'm going to send it to everyone. And then she's like, well, I don't have that, so I guess I'll tell my parents.
Oh.
And then, yeah.
That's where they get you.
Yeah. So he had a 13-year-old girl, and he was a junior at that time. No, he was a year below me. He was a freshman. He's a freshman with a like 7th grader.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's a bit
So
suspicious.
He went to
EVP in the
juvie,
making.
and then apparently his uncle bailed him out.
Oh.
So I don't know
Shout
what
out
he's
to
doing.
Big Unk.
Yeah, the unc.
The uncle wanted the nudes. That's the only reason he did it.
Yo,
Yeah.
bruh.
There
Oh,
was
so
a
you
trade
rem-
offer.
You reminded me of a story, but tell your other story first before I go
Okay,
on.
so this also happened my sophomore year.
Very eventful.
My man. What do I call him? He's a taller brunette guy.
Mhm.
That's what I call him because he's also another one-time story.
One-time story.
Yeah,
He's
He's brunette
dead
man.
now.
yeah. He's basically. Oh, actually, okay. Let me.
He
one at
might
a time.
be.
One at a time. So
Okay.
I don't know this guy, but the day before he did this thing, he's like, "Hey, Gio," and then he started just talking to me.
Uh-oh.
And
That's not a
then
good
he
sign.
started talking to me about whatever, and then he was like, "All right, I'll see you, man." I'm like, "See ya." The next day, I didn't see him.
Oh no.
Jesus.
He sent child porn to
Mm.
different group chats,
Oh Lord.
Mm.
Oh no.
and it was little boys.
Oh.
They made it work, and it was like a meme too. Like he made apparently some meme edit about it.
Goodness.
So yeah,
Oh.
he was gone. But the funny
Oh.
thing was, 2 years later, I get invited to one of my friends' like birthday party, and we go to a bowling alley, And you know who's in the lane right next to us?
Oh,
My
no.
man. He was right
My
there.
man. He's out.
Mr. CP himself.
Oh,
So my friend, he's like, "Oh, is that him?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And then my friend's like, "What if I selfie with them?" And I'm like, "Bro, if you do that, you'd be a legend." And he got a selfie with them. He comes up to us. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "Hey, can I get a selfie with you?" He doesn't like before he has time to realize what he just said. He like grabs them and then takes a selfie. It's the funniest thing.
God.
Oh man. Okay.
It was great. It was great.
So, a fairly recent story
Oh,
that
it's
is
good.
following with the absolute criminal theme we're going with. The same kid who made the threat the year we were in 8th grade, and he was in like 9th, was in the same kind of deal with another girl who was at my high school that we went to middle school with.
Oh.
And she was sending some images to his way.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is he was 18 at the moment, and
Yeah.
he was asking for more and more pictures in an increasingly less consensual way. It was more forceful the longer it went on, of blackmail and all that. And eventually the girl told her parents, and that landed him in juvie. I believe for the second time. I think he went before, but this was my, I want to say, 10th grade year, and man was not, he wasn't being a kind fellow. So yeah, our middle school's alumni were having a blast.
Yeah, we're infamous.
Yeah. So yeah, he needless to say, he didn't go to my school anymore after that, and I have no idea where this man is now, because I mean he dropped off the map after he went to juvie. So yeah,
he did some time.
He might have,
He's
but
in
yeah,
jail.
so good to know we all have stories concerning some
blackmail
EDP behavior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob, did you have a story?
Oh yeah, you remind me of a story. This is freshman year. This is the beginning of freshman year. If you ever wanted the speed run getting kicked out of high school, you do this.
Yeah. And
so this kid, okay. So these 3 kids get caught vaping. It's whatever. It's bullshit.
Naturally.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Especially freshman year, there was a lot of vaping by freshman year.
Oh yeah. Freshmen, I think, do it the most out of anybody.
And then
something happened with that very recently, like last week on my end, but I'll get back to that later.
Yeah. And then these kids, okay. So 2 of them stop because the school police catch them, and the 2 kids stop. This kid fucking runs, and this is a big kid too. He runs, and then the police catch up to him, and he punches the police officer and runs away.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you oh my god. That's
no way.
You should not do that.
That is possibly the worst thing he could have done in that situation.
What not to do.
And then he gets
actually what not to do.
He gets caught and immediately gets kicked out of school and sent to
gosh.
I don't know where he got sent to.
Straight to hell.
Yeah.
Straight to hell.
That is crazy. Yeah, I think any incoming freshman listening to this, don't do that. If you are a freshman, don't punch a police officer.
Do that. Become a legend at your school. Do it.
Yeah, that's true. You will be known. People will remember you. Possibly not for the right reasons.
Yeah, you might be on a podcast one day.
Yeah.
Welcome to Gucci Slides.
You might end up there, and I don't know who wants to end up here. Who knows?
Maybe one day we'll tell a positive story, but I don't think that will ever happen.
Yeah. Maybe we should. Maybe our Christmas episode should be us telling good stories.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Actually, not gonna lie.
Our Halloween episode should be just the absolute worst of the worst.
The
though.
worst of the worst.
I don't know how-
we should
How
We
does
should
it get
tell
worse
injury
from
stories.
kids trying to fucking
Well,
hang themselves already?
maybe not the worst of the worst, but maybe like our gory stories. Do we have any like violent stories, like somebody got horribly injured type stories? Because
No.
if we do, save those for Halloween.
Okay.
And if we don't have any, make some, injure some
Nice.
people for the podcast.
It's for the podcast, guys. I
That's
just
for
want
the
to tell the
podcast.
officer.
I promise.
Sorry, this is for our Gucci Slides podcast. I'm sorry.
This is for the podcast.
It's the greatest. Okay. What nicknames have you guys gotten through high school?
Oh, what nicknames?
Mhm.
Recently, this one like 10th grader is convinced I'm a furry, and I've never spoken to this kid. I don't know why, but he's just like, hey man, are you a furry? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I think you are. And I'm like, who are you? Like, the way we met, right, is I'm at a urinal, and he pulls up directly to the urinal right next to me.
Wow, he's
And
breaking the bro
that's-
code right there.
Yes, he broke the bro code immediately, and that's how I know him. I've never spoken to this kid before, and he's like, "You're a furry," and I'm like, okay, I guess I
Was
am
he-
now."
Was he looking?
I think he might have been. I mean,
You've been
this
like-
kid is strange.
That kid looks at urinals, it's like, nice cock, bro.
Yeah.
He's like,
Good,
he's
good girth.
definitely
Yeah.
bruh.
I don't know if I've ever gotten any nicknames. People will make fun of my names though, because my first, middle, and last name are all first names.
Interesting.
If you notice.
Yeah.
So I think that's as far as it goes. Is my name is weird, and this one kid thinks I'm a furry.
For me, my name is Gio. I'm just gonna say that. That's what people call me.
You,
But I got this. So this is a good story, actually. It's a heartfelt story.
okay.
So the graduated seniors, right? This is our PE class. We always play basketball with them. They're a great group of guys. The Three Musketeers. They're awesome people.
Three Musketeers.
And one of the guys' name was Jimmy, right? So
Jimmy.
he was super cool guy, and he's like, I want a Jimmy to be still here while I'm gone. So it's basically like the Avatar.
Right.
So like,
right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like someone is
You're
always
the Avatar.
yeah, is always there. Yeah. So
Okay.
on one of his last days of school, he's like, all right, we're gonna announce who's gonna be the next Jimmy, and he announces that I'm gonna be the next Jimmy, and he gives me this necklace, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm Jimmy now.
That's
So-
beautiful.
Oh my
People call
god.
me Jimmy at school, so I'm
You're
like,
Jimmy.
yeah. So now I have to find someone this year to become Jimmy.
That's incredible.
So you're telling me you're basically like a god in your school?
Yeah.
what I'm hearing.
I'm Jimmy.
Yeah. He's the Jimmy Avatar.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy.
That's so good. I love that story.
Yeah.
That makes me smile.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I miss him so much too.
That's the wholesome story of the day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to turn it around, bitches. Okay.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Okay, I've got a couple good ones. Okay, so my freshman year, I had surgery on my thumb. And I go to a military school, so one guy called me private crippled throughout the whole year.
Nice.
That was a
That's
good one.
That's very good.
And my second nickname is from football, where they call me Wild Bill. Okay, so first,
I like that. I like Wild Bill.
All right.
yeah, but it makes no fucking sense because my name's nowhere near Bill.
Your name is not Bill. I can say that.
Not Bill.
Wild Bill is a good name, but it doesn't make sense.
So it
For-
doesn't make sense. Like, it's a really good name, but it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah. Like
It's
if the
for people
kid's
named
name
Bill.
is like William, it would make sense. Or like Will, and you call them Bill. But like,
Or Bill.
or if his name was actually Bill. But your name is not
Mhm.
that at all.
There's no ill. in your
No.
name. So
Okay, the next
There's
one is
only a B.
the next one is gonna make you guys confused because I used to have a bald fade, but I don't anymore.
Oh, what is your
Oh,
hair
what,
look like
really?
now?
It's a comb over now.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to send a recent picture of yourself.
Yeah, you have
Like, take
to,
a
bro.
picture right now and send it to the chat.
Okay, I gotta turn on my light, but
I've only ever known you buzz cut.
okay, but I'll give you a general idea. Okay, so I look like a very important person in history, and people like to call me them. And I like
Oh,
and
no.
I like to say I am the reincarnation of that person. You know who this person
Mhm.
is?
Well, I think I'd have to see the picture first
Okay, I'll
to
give you
guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have no idea.
I'll give you a general idea. Okay, I say I'm. Oh God, what the?
I sent mine.
I like the
That's
hair.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you. I'll give you. I'll give you a good one. Okay, so he was very important in his time. I like that picture, Henry.
Mhm.
Well, shit, I said your name. Whatever. We'll
No,
just
it's
say.
fine. It's fine.
You just say my name either. I don't fucking
Yeah,
care.
this is Mr. Kanye Self is actually
Yeah,
It's
my name
official.
is Henry. Yeah.
so
And then so my nickname now is Adolf Hitler.
Oh, okay. I thought that's where you were going with it, but I didn't want to say it because I'm like, I don't want to like imply anything.
So
But
everybody,
yeah, I was like the comb over. I'm like, it's gotta be.
so everybody
That's
at my
awesome.
school calls me Hitler. Everybody on the football team calls me Hitler. Even the
That's-
coaches call me Hitler.
Oh
Even
my
the
gosh.
coaches. Wow.
do they hail?
Yeah.
Some
Do people hail?
some people do.
That's good.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
I encourage them to.
Yeah.
And the best part was I dated a Jewish girl when I got it. When they gave me the nickname too, I was
Oh
like,
no.
we're a fucking couple made in
Oh, yeah.
heaven.
That is a power couple right there.
Was her name Anne?
I wish that would be a lot more fun.
That would have been perfect.
Wait, let me
Was
turn
her
on.
last name Frank?
She's also the reincarnation of Anne Frank, and I'm the reincarnation of
Yes.
Hitler. We're just making we're back together.
That's so good. My
That's
goodness.
perfect.
I'm gonna turn on my lights so I can take the photo.
Yeah, you better take a picture.
I'm trying to
Now,
find a.
now, do you have the mustache?
My gaming laptop sounds like a jet engine at the moment. And I'm doing streaming.
That's great.
Do you have the ice pack yet?
Yeah, you got to pull up with that ice pack. That ice square.
I can't really hear you guys right now, but I actually have my the graduation. Remember, like they made a shirt for us with all our names on it.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I have on.
Oh wow.
Oh, really? It fits still, like the glove.
Hold up. Fucking everything hurts. Okay. Let me fix my hair up, make it look pretty. Right as you heard comb over, you fucking immediately thought it was
Just
Hitler.
died.
Yeah. I was like, who else in history has that?
Who else in history? I think a lot of other people have had a comb over.
Well, yeah, probably several.
Mr. JFK did.
Several other people, but the most popular one.
Yeah. When you think of like a slick comb over, that's
It's
generally
Mr.
where your
yeah.
mind goes to.
Yeah.
Because his was
Exactly.
so like straight and slick and very combed, There was not a stray hair on man's head, So I think that's where your mind would generally go to. Now, Jacob, when are you going to grow the mustache? Is my question.
I have a mustache.
Well,
Oh,
is it in the correct position?
Not yet. I was gonna do it at the end of the year. So
Just shave it
that's
to the
that's the
That's
plan.
good.
That's the plan.
It's a great senior thing.
I have mutton chops. Well, I'm growing them back. I had to shave them, but now
Yeah.
I'm growing them back.
I can show mine too. Here, I'm gonna send the photo.
I'm actually gonna send my. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Jacob.
gosh!
That's insane.
I have missed a lot. You
Yeah,
look
what
so
happened?
different. I have
that's
only
crazy.
ever known you with a buzz cut.
I know. We gotta meet up. We
That's-
gotta really meet up again.
We do. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
crazy. What?
The mustache too.
Dude,
That's
so crazy.
Nuts.
like I'm just saying, I'm like 5'10", like 150 pounds.
That's crazy.
That's-
I am
oh my
6
gosh.
foot, like 200 pounds.
I'm
I
gonna
need
send
to
a
lose
picture-
weight.
Muscly
I'm gonna send a
200.
picture of me sophomore year.
Oh wow!
Dude,
Yeah,
wait, that's sophomore year?
And
yeah,
there's the
sophomore
girl.
year Geo.
Dude,
Sophomore
that's
year
the-
Geo was kind of a twink.
dude, you
gonna lie.
regressed for middle school, honestly, your sophomore year.
I think we've reached peak Geo now though.
Yeah, peak
yeah,
Geo is right.
I came back. I came back.
You honestly look
apparent-
younger than you did in fucking middle school.
Yeah, but what happened?
Oh,
Henry.
that's
Ooh.
great.
I do have a story for this. I will tell it in a minute. This one's kind of wholesome, but go on with the Geo discussion.
Yeah, apparently, people like I was like the simp. Like everyone had a simp for me
Oh,
sophomore year for some reason. I think because it was the
Oh.
hair, the hair
Yeah,
and glasses.
hair
It was
and,
like
like,
the
the-
perfect duo.
yeah.
So,
I think so.
and then it was just
You were the soft boy, you know?
yeah, I don't know. And then I don't know what happened. Everyone 10th grade simp for no reason
That's
because people realize I exist.
right, and they're like, ooh,
Yeah.
oh, he's got the cat.
Oh, what
That-
the cat doing?
That's
The
that's
cat has a shirt on.
yeah,
That's good.
it's
That's
Linkies.
pretty. Linky.
Linky,
Okay.
Linkies.
So, are you ready for the story? So, we're doing the musical, right? Right now, we're
Uh-huh.
gonna perform it like next week,
Oh, okay.
and we decided, right? One of our directors, we're going to get her a gift, and we're gonna take a picture, all of the seniors together in a picture, because there's like 11 seniors in the play. Like most of the people are young in the play.
Nice.
So we took a group picture, but the issue is, yeah, see, that's what I remember.
That's
Yeah, you
freshman.
was
Year.
cut?
That's
Yeah.
freshman year, Jacob. By the way,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
I have a really good photo, but I can't find it.
Our idea is we all switch costumes. So the musical, I don't know if I said, the musical we're doing is The Little Mermaid. So immediately everyone was like, okay, Henry has to be Ariel. That was like the immediate reaction.
It has
The-
to, or else.
The costume change idea was my idea. I was like, oh, it'd be great if we all switch costumes. That'd be so funny. You know, I could, you know, I don't know. I was like, oh, maybe I'll be Sebastian. Everybody's like, you have to be Ariel. You have to put on the Ariel dress. And I'm like, okay. So there it is on me. You can see the girl behind me wearing the Sebastian costume. She is who that dress goes on.
God.
She is about 5'6". So that dress was very tight. I could not breathe in said dress, but it was quite the photo shoot. Let me tell you.
That's
I was dripping, honestly.
Honestly,
Ice.
pretty hot.
Pretty cute.
yeah, pretty hot.
Femboy Henry might have to happen, you know.
No, I could top you, but I can't fucking find the photo. I'm not gonna actually top you, but
Wait a minute.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to end it off for us?
I can do it.
Okay, you want to end?
started? I guess I'll end it.
Okay.
Well, this has been the first official episode of the Gucci Sluts podcast. Hope you all enjoyed. We definitely enjoyed recording this. At least I hope we did. And we have plenty more stories to tell. So stay tuned,
Indeed.
folks. All right. See you next week.
See you guys.
Later.